Where's the missing box? Oh, thank you, Miss Galaxy. That's really nice of you. But yeah, it definitely is a challenge at times, especially when, because there's like a panel of jury members. Sometimes it's a little confusing, like trying to just like switch like on the fly between like all the different voices and trying to make them sound like a little bit distinct so they all don't sound samey. But hey, I'm playing a video game at the end of the day and like giving them voices, so like it's still fun, you know. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting challenge. But hey, if you're enjoying your time here, then you know that's pretty much my MO. That's my mission objective. So yeah, thank you very much for the kind words.
So, this is the article in question, is it? The small box deposited with the pawnbroker by Mr. McGilded 2 months ago.
And on the night of Mr. Whitney Banks' murder. But yeah, for the main character, the guy that I'm playing, like I was like, yeah, I gotta use my regular voice. Since he's gonna have, obviously, you know, like most of the lines. And on the night of Mr. Whitney Banks' murder, the only item on the shelves that was touched by whoever broke into the shop.
Quick, quick! Let's open it and see what's inside!
Fucking Iris.
Oh, good gracious! This is no ordinary box, it seems.
Wow. Although in truth, I had an inkling that might be the case. It would appear that the box houses a miniature music box movement.
Then, is it too much to expect?
I think it would be reasonable to assume that it is a device for the playback of this disc, my lord. Oh ho ho ho!
So, here we have the means to play back Mr. McGilded's disc, deposited at Winniebanks at much the same time.
Not strictly correct, my lord. It was not McGilded's disc. It was the disc of his victim in the omnibus.
But why, for heaven's sake? Are we to understand that the brickmaker was trying to sell this music box disc to Mr. McGilded?
I believe the answer will become clear if we listen to the music on the disc, my lord.
Yes. Very well. Let the court now listen to this curious disc at last.
It's like it plays and it's just like Rickroll. Never gonna give, never gonna give. I'm like, oh my god, DMCA. I gotta meet. I'm like, oh man, the developers, they Rickrolled me. God damn it. Bitches.
Hold it! Wait! My lord! Oh, good grief! What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The music box and the disc are, they're unrelated to the case. No need to spoil the somber atmosphere in the courtroom with some silly bit of music. Oh, Inspector Gregson, why don't you want us to play this? Sus.
Objection!
This disc may very well have motivated the culprit in this case to commit murder. Clearly, there's every chance that it's fundamentally important to understanding what happened. The prosecution has no objection. But no! That piece of evidence is... Clearly, Scotland Yard has some vested interest here. But it is policy of this prosecutor
to leave no avenues unexplored. And you, Inspector, have no jurisdiction here to prevent that from happening. No further delays, please. Play the disc.
What?
What on earth? That's certainly not what I would call music. No. It's just the same note playing over and over again in an irregular sequence. Morse code? Could be Morse code. Yeah, I think you're right, chat. Mr. Graydon? This really is priceless. Oh, there he goes with the movements again. After all that, the music box is broken. Broken? It can't be, can it? Well, obviously. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the officer sent to fetch it didn't drop it on the way back to the courtroom. Well, with much regret, I feel the court must accept that this music box offers little in the way of clues. Are you ready to move on, counsel? Come on! Yes, alright, it does sound...
Wake up! Hold the line, Commander. This hamlet shall not fall.
Whoa! Are you ready to move on, counsel? Come on. Yes, alright, it does sound as though it's completely broken, but... is it? Could this music emanating from the music box possibly be a new clue? It could. It definitely could. I believe that it could be relevant, my lord. Good lord, but how can it be? It's an abomination, counsel. Mere noise. I fail to see how it can have any meaning whatsoever. It does sound strange, I agree, but there's one thing bothering me. While Graydon stands there chortling victoriously, the inspector beside him has a rather telling expression on his face. It's as if Gregson recognizes the sound, as if he's familiar with it somehow. And that's making him appear extremely on edge. If that's the stance of the defense, my Nipponese friend, answer me this. Oh. Just what relevance do you propose this woeful chiming has on this case? It's the defense's belief that the sound emanating from this music box is not supposed to be music.
Just because this is a music box, it doesn't necessarily mean the sounds we're hearing are music. Look at that. The smile vanished from Graydon's lips as soon as I said it. I'm on the right lines here. I must be. Let's go, let's go.
No objections, MrSamKim. Goddamn it, RWG. We'll finish it.
Threaten me, we cool, threaten my dogs. I'm going to jail for murder. Yeah, that was pretty shitty when I heard about, like, Amrith's former partner threatening her, saying that he was going to kill her dogs. Like, I was like, oh, you fucking little shit, dude. That's such a scumbag thing to say. Maybe I'll fit in with my bipolar. Yeah, anyone fucks with my dog, yo, dude.
Making deductions based on how people react to what you say. You're acting just like Hurley, Runo.
Objection!
Oh. The sounds we're hearing aren't necessarily music? Well, now that you've told us what they are not, I'm sure the court would like to hear what they are. Do enlighten us, my Nipponese friend. Surely you have an idea in mind, because if not, it will be the death of your ill-formed argument.
Exactly. The music box is clearly broken. Refusing to accept that fact is pure foolishness.
Atan, welcome back to the stream, dude. Cheers, man. Dogs and other animals on Earth are pure souls for someone to do unimaginable like that. The pure souls, yeah. Those people have no soul, yeah. I don't even call those people, like, you fucking garbage. You fucking garbage. But yeah, he's clearly just, like, manipulating, you know, Amaranth, and yeah, it's just really sad to see because, like, she was streaming at the time. She was on that call, and dude, she looked devastated.
The music box is clearly broken. Refusing to accept that fact is pure foolishness.
They've got me. I don't know what the answer is. Yet.
Runo? I've just examined the music box very thoroughly. And I'm fairly certain that it's not broken at all.
Really?
Really? The way it's been made, it can only produce a single note anyway.
Ah. Thank you, Iris. Alright, well, if the music box isn't broken, it must mean that the sounds it's producing have some significance that isn't musical. Could it be? Is that what these sounds are? Whoa!
Something's just struck me, Runo. I feel like recently, in the past few hours even, I've heard another sound very much like the one in this music box makes.
Yes, it's a familiar sound. Actually, Iris, I was just thinking exactly the same thing.
I'm going to have to press the defense for an answer. If your assertion is that the sound produced by this music box is not in fact music at all, then what the devil is it, Counsel?
All the evidence that we've seen so far
all the testimony we've heard, it's all pointing to one single answer now. The prosecution demands that my learned Nipponese friend presents proof now. Tangible proof of this latest wild speculation. Alright then. This could be the best chance I'm going to get to fight back in this trial. And if I'm right, it's going to join all the dots together. Let's go, Ryunosuke. Let's fucking do this, dude. Let's go, man. Oh, really, Vega? I'm sorry you had someone like that in your life. You better be in the dumpster now, cause the fucking garbage. But yeah, pretty sure she cut off ties with him, and yeah, she's wearing what she wants to wear on stream, and she just looks a lot happier for it. The evidence that explains the true nature of the sounds on this music box disc is today's paper, Council. The headline is Pawnbroker Perishes in Pickpurse Plunder. Hardly supportive of your cause.
Thanks for still hanging out, by the way, Vega. No, my lord. I was hoping you'd look a little further down the page.
Further down? Ministry Mall. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. Yes, this is a very serious matter, being investigated at the highest level, I understand. I have heard that international transmissions along supposedly secure lines are somehow being intercepted and leaked to various other countries. And presumably those transmissions are in the form of wired telegrams? Of course.
Juror number 5, your input, please.
Stop. Me, sir. Whatever is the matter?
You told the court before that you worked at the same communication station as Mr. Graydon, did you not?
Yes, that's correct.
And the particular station where you work deals with government communications and newspaper reports?
Oh, yes. We're not your run-of-the-mill communication station at all. Our work is extremely important.
Then tell me, is this not a very familiar sound? Oh shit. Word?
You don't mean to say... Is it...
Got him!
That's right, madam. It bears more than a passing resemblance to the sound made by your telegraph machine as you tap it. I believe it's called Morse code. I'm grinding missions with my busty anime girls and having you in my headphones. I'd say I have a perfect Sunday. Oh, thanks, Vega. We got him, Altair. We got him. Oh man, it's Morse code, dude. It's Morse code, bro.
But I don't believe it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when it comes to leaking telegrams from government departments, there could be nobody more perfectly placed than a highly skilled communications officer.
Are you suggesting that the music box disc contains stolen government secrets in Morse code? Order, order! Please, everyone, order! But this is high treason, Council, deserving of capital punishment.
Oh, too much vocabulary. What is it, treason? And what is a capital punishment? I know this is not Russian accent, but we took a poll last time. Like, do you want to hear my shitty Russian accent, or you want to hear Arnold? And the community obviously voted Arnold. So there's the context for you. And look at his mouse. He knows how to read English.
I love the mouse, dude. Oh my god, fucking mouse, dude. The sorts of words I'd half expect you to know.
For our sovereign government's confidential information, hostile nations would surely pay almost any price.
Yes, and on that night 2 months ago, that was the very negotiation that was taking place inside the omnibus. Oh, word. But in the end, McGilded perished, and the all-important disc lay unclaimed in the pawnbrokery.
Oh, my word!
In which case, whoever stole that information in the first place must surely have been beside himself with worry. Because if the disc were to be discovered before it found its way out of the country,
it would reveal an act of high treason punishable by death.
So the culprit had no choice but to retrieve it. And in order to do that, he would have to gain entry to the pawnbrokery illegally in the middle of the night. Because the article left behind by Mr. McGilded would incriminate him too much if it got into the wrong hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Graydon?
You think I've been stealing government secrets? Preposterous! Absolutely preposterous! So, in response to the defense's accusation, you claim complete innocence, do you? Well, of course I do. I've had to stand here in silence while that pretentious foreign lawyer has been prattling away.
Objection!
Oh man. Then, by all means, counter the charges, sir. The prosecution demands the witness testifies in response to the accusations brought by the defense. Delighted, I'm sure. Oh my god. Bro! It's all coming together.
The witness is reminded that the crime under scrutiny in this trial is the murder of the pawnbroker, Mr. Windybank. That being a most
I need to look this up. Flagitious? Flagitious. Of a person or their actions, criminal, villainous. Flagitious.
That being a most flagitious offense for which the law of this land sanctions a capital punishment. But the heinous act of high treason is no less serious a crime. I urge you to bear that in mind as you testify, Mr. Graydon. So then, let us proceed.
Oh! let us have a rabbit and pork here, Governor. We got things to say.
Oh my god, Mario and Luigi are back. Bro, Mr. Graydon, you're the killer. Just slap the cuffs on him, Judge. I know, right?
Yes, Daddy Zeke, tell him.
I meant on him. I do like Zeke's. I do like that Zeke's attacks the witnesses as readily as the defendant if they become suspicious themselves.
You gotta let us have a rabbit and pork here, Governor. We got things to say.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Who do you think you are?
Name's Nash Skulkin. Occupation is professional baddie. Name's Ringo Skulkin. But we ain't baddies enough to sell out our motherland. That's right. We're what they call the Three Skulkin Brothers. Bad timing, fellows. Very bad timing. Witness testimony.
Graydon's counter.
No, not the frames. Pick them up. A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even Morse code. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I've no relation to the man.
Look, all we done is break into the gaff the other night like what we was told to do. If we knowed there was dodgy government secrets involved, we wouldn't have touched it.
Nanda.
Mr. and, Mr. Skulkin.
What Mr. will do, Governor? What's up?
Do I take it that you now admit to the crime? That on the night in question you did indeed gain entry to the premises illegally? And moreover, you did so as a party of 3 in collaboration with Mr. Graydon here?
We did, Gov. We did.
Quiet down, please. What say you to that, Mr. Graydon?
I have no idea what these 2 ruffians are referring to.
You little rotter. Getting us mixed up in all this monkey business. You never said nothing about no government secrets. It was supposed to be a straight-up job. And all about the geezer whose shop it was, eh? Poor old bloke didn't have to die, did he?
Nice to know who your friends are.
Yeah, boy, turn on the traitor. Whatever these men say, I deny the accusations.
Indeed. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this little music box to become so significant in the proceedings. However, as it has, I will admit it into the court record as evidence.
Small music box has been entered into the court record. The strange music box only appears to be able to play a single tone. It was deposited at Windybank's 2 days before the black overcoat.
Cross-examination.
Graydon's counter.
A
A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information.
Hold it! So is this newspaper headline accurate? Government communications are being intercepted?
How could I possibly know?
What do you mean by that?
Any important government communications are handled by high-level officers, by specialists. General members of staff in the station where I work would never be entrusted with sensitive information. Oh no, stop! Must say something, stop!
Oh, that's juror number 5.
Oh no, stop! Must say something, stop!
Let me guess. Juror number 5.
We regular communication station officers aren't as lonely as you're being led to believe. A team of us are responsible for setting up and testing the telegraphs used by the ministry. And Mr. Graydon is the team leader.
That's fascinating.
Graydon is highly skilled operator. Stop! Currently in presence of idol. Stop! So you had access to the equipment used for these confidential communications, Mr. Graydon? Well, what of it? The transmissions are always made behind closed doors so they can't be heard. And in any case, all messages are sent enciphered. Normal employees couldn't possibly understand them. Oh, no, stop. Must say something, stop. Mr. Graydon regularly attends meetings with ministry technicians and the ministry communications team. He assists them in ensuring that there are no errors in important international communications. And he's received the top prize at the cipher cracking convention 5 years in a row now.
Cipher cracking convention?
That's fascinating. Graydon is highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in presence of idol. Stop. Well, your idol would appreciate it if you'd keep your mouth shut.
What are you hiding, Graydon?
She should really pick her idols more carefully. I tell you, this lawyer's accusations are completely unfounded. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even Morse code.
Hold it!
Hold it.
They're not? To anyone with a brain, that would be blatantly apparent on listening to that music box for even a few seconds. Of course. Of course. Surely it can't be that my learned friend is unfamiliar with Morse code. Ah, ouch. He looks genuinely shocked at my ignorance. I would be more than happy to demonstrate the basics for you, sir. A lesson? Here? In court? Morse code is a continuous series of 2 distinct tones. Tones, you say? Yes. A short dot and a long dash. By combining those in different ways, you construct letters. I see. For example, this is A, and this is B. But when you listen to the sound produced by this music box, you only hear one tone, don't you? But it sounds so similar. The rhythm of it is the same in everything. But there's no discernible meaning to this apparently random sequence of sounds. So, your assertion is fundamentally flawed. This is not Morse code.
Really? You shouldn't be so surprised.
Spicy. Spicy. Spicy.
Oh, you son of a bitch. What did I tell you?
That music box is nothing but a worthless piece of scrap. Perhaps you might consider studying your subject matter before casting aspersions in future. Stop. Nothing to say, but, stop. Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? Fucking Iris. That's because you need to use both discs. Definitely a little bit spicy, Miss Galaxy. A little bit spicy. Iris? I mean, if the government secrets were somehow being leaked using the music box, so many other things would slot into place so nicely. Could there still be something I haven't considered? Would it really be impossible to use this music box somehow to play back Morse code? Let's give it a try. There's still every possibility that this music box was instrumental in the leaking of government secrets. That's the belief of the defense, at least.
Objection!
Does it please you in some way, my Nipponese friend, to repeat the same line of argument ad infinitum? It's already been established that to be Morse code, 2 tones are required, dots and dashes. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Then what?
Well, it would appear the defense has a hypothesis to put forward. You had better present your idea at once, counsel. How do you propose that this music box, which appears to produce only a single tone, could have been used to cipher secret messages into Morse code?
What is it, Runo? I've just noticed something about this music box. It looks like the bottom of it opens as well. Ah, you're right! Oh, come on then, what are you waiting for? Let's open it! Alright then. Here goes. Look at that! There's another movement on the other side. So, does that mean you can set another disc to play back on this side? Yes, I think so. And it looks like the 2 movements are linked together. They're linked? So if you had 2 discs, they would play back at the same time. Got it!
Good gracious! What am I looking at here? Another movement on the underside of the music box?
What?
It appears, my lord, that the 2 movements are linked together. In other words, you can put 2 discs in this music box, and the sounds of both will play back at the same time.
Oh, good heavens!
As the court has heard... Glad you're in Vega. Joe? As the court has heard, Morse code comprises of 2 tones, a short dot, and a long dash. With the second disc in place, this music box could be used to generate Morse code and convey a message. Oh man. Oh shit. This is beyond a joke. I'm sorry? This poor excuse for a lawyer has absolutely no evidence to support his claims. Though, of course, if my learned friend were able to present the court with the second disc, that would be another matter. Well, I can't at the moment. And may I remind the court that, as the witness has pointed out, he was not the one in the omnibus with McGilded 2 months ago striking a deal over the disc or discs.
Indeed, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
Exactly! I had nothing whatsoever to do with it.
Though it has holes, I must admit the argument presented by the defense has much promise. I believe the cross-examination should continue.
The link between Graydon and the victim of the omnibus case must be there somewhere. But I haven't found it yet. Oh dear! It looks like you need to give your argument more strength, Bruno. Thank you, Iris. Thank you.
You will reiterate your testimony if you please, Mr. Graydon.
Got him. The little guy on a box. I know, right? And even when he's standing on the box, the speech bubbles still cover his face. If I must, though I maintain exactly what I did at the start of this pointless cross-examination. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna close my window. Okay. Okay, I don't think we've pressed this one yet. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I've no relation to the man. Hold it! So 2 months ago in that omnibus, McGilded killed the brickmaker and stole the disc. Mr. Mason was a single man with almost nothing to his name. It seems he lived in an artisan quarter some years ago, but people there remember little about him. That doesn't make much sense though, does it? How would a humble brickmaker come to acquire secret government information? How, indeed? There must have been somebody else involved behind the scenes in all of this. Somebody who acquired the disc and gave it to Mr. Mason in order to take it to the meeting with McGilded and negotiate a deal. Dear me. You may have it in for me, sir, but I assure you, I have far more class than that. An old brickmaker from an artisan quarter and this well-to-do communications officer. If only I could find some evidence to link the two of them together.
If you have nothing more to add on that note, let us return to the witness testimony.
Look, all we done is break into the gaff on the other night like what we told us to do.
Like Mr. Graydon told you to do, you mean?
That's it, yeah. Who else, eh? Silly me thought he was just popping over for a natter after all them years, but the Rodder had a dodgy job for us. Eh, Ash?
Those poses these characters, the poses these characters do, man. I know, right? Just like, especially Graydon, he's just like casting like voodoo magic. I mean, my grandpa had some interesting medals hidden in his drawer. I think a lot of simple people were not simple at all. Was your grandpa in the military? Let me stop you there, Mr. Skulkin. After all them years, you say? Do you mean to tell me that Mr. Graydon is an acquaintance of yours? This dude just selling him out right in front of him. I know, right? Fucking Luigi.
We're the sociable kind of baddies, you know? Sure, let's say Graydon's in old China.
Excuse me, mate. Is something wrong, Mr. Skulkin?
Eh?
No, the other Mr. Skulkin.
What? Who, me?
When your brother was testifying just now, he said something that seemed to cause you to react.
Oh, I was just remembering the old days, that's all. We used to have a right old laugh together way back when.
Together with Mr. Graydon, you mean?
Yeah, with Ash. I mean, you look at him now in his fancy whistle and flute, and you wouldn't add him an even. But when we was younger, he was from the poor part of town, just like us.
Ah, childhood friends. Is that so?
But he was always a leery one. He had the brains, he had the savvy. Always coming up with smart ideas like what would never have gone through our heads. Oh, blimey, ain't that the truth? Remember Milverton and Skulkin's milk run?
Where did they get these fruit from? Not officially, if you know what I mean. Ah.
That was a corker, eh?
Save it until after the trial. Your reminiscing has no place in this courtroom. And neither does your fruit. Oh, okay, so they can't eat fruit, but you can pull out 8 million wine glasses throughout all of these different cases and then just chuck them into that fucking lamp right next to you. Ah, okay. Alright, Van Zeeks.
Okay.
The cheek physics are back.
Boy, the geezer asked us a question, didn't he? And we was answering. Yeah, we ain't done nothing wrong.
Nevertheless, the court is not prepared to accompany you on your trip down memory lane. Counsel, Can we turn our attention back to the testimony, please?
I don't know. Could that sentimental story be relevant somehow? I think we should add to the testimony. My lord.
Yes, counsel.
The brother's last sentimental statement could hold vital information relating to this case.
Very well, counsel. I will permit the brothers to supplement their testimony with that detail. Briefly, I hasten to add.
Say no more. A skulkin's never skulking.
Okay, so we pressed this one. Okay, so we have two more. Paula says, obviously Mr. Graydon isn't too smart proven by his choice in friends. Mario and Luigi. Interesting though that they grew up together. Ryunosuke has literal weapon on him and you mad about the fruit? Come on now. I know, right? Hold it! So did you know nothing about this music box?
We didn't know nothing. We still don't know nothing. And we ain't planning on knowing nothing about it neither.
But 2 nights ago, you did indeed break into Windybank's pawnbrokery, didn't you? In your original testimony, you said that the door of the shop was ajar, and that it was like some kind of a sign begging you to go in. You were planning to break into Windybank's all along, weren't you?
We were, Gov, we were. You're right there. Cause that's what he told us to do. It was his plan.
Oh man, selling him out. And why was it Mr. Graydon's plan to break into Windybank's that night? Did you not ask the reason?
Well, he said the place was full of stuff worth nicking. That's what he told us beforehand anyway. Turned out it was a load of cobblers, didn't it? I wasn't best pleased, I can tell you.
In any case, if they know the real reason, it doesn't sound like they're going to give it away.
Okay, we finished it today.
I did, I got my first 2 for sure. Well, hey dude, fingers crossed, man. I hope if anything, it's just like a cold. Maybe just a sore throat.
Sam, I know you. Love you always.
Yeah, Kirsten, how was your Thanksgiving? Alright, we are on the final statement.
Middleton and Skulkin's milk run. Oh, them were the days.
Hold it! I'm sure I'm going to regret asking, but what exactly was that? Some kind of business?
Just a little scheme we had going back when we was youngsters. A bit of fun, really. Delivering fresh milk to the locals. That's what it was all about.
That sounds alarmingly legitimate. There must be a catch. I suppose since we're here, I should ask them to elaborate. But on what? Business name? So this business was just a bit of fun, you say? And it was just yourselves and Mr. Graydon involved?
Yeah, that's it.
Milverton and Skulkin's milk run, was it?
Yeah, that's it.
And where did the Milverton part come from?
Oh, right. I thought a clever clogs like you'd have...
Enough of this. How much longer are we expected to listen to this drivel? Let me guess. You don't accept anything these two witnesses are saying? Tell me, why is it that it was only at the mention of the name Milverton that you decided to interject? Because well,
It weren't the happiest of homes that one came from. Yeah. His old man was struggling for money so much, his wife walked out on him. Yeah. His old man was struggling for money so much, his wife walked out on him. She took the name Graydon then, see? But Ash will always be Milverton to us.
what? Milverton. So that used to be your surname, did it? Yeah, appreciate you tuning in, Vec.